Big up, guys. Big up, guys. Big up, guys. Thank you for being patient. That I've not long just come on. I totally forgot about the stream earlier. I'm sorry, guys. I totally apologise. It's sorry now. I'm coughing for some reason, but no, I totally forgot. Other things were going on in the end, so kind of stopped me, distracted me from doing any of this, and I really wanting to do this because I feel it's something that needs to be discussed about. Obviously, teams going for Europe this season in the Premier, obviously Champions League, Europa League, and Europa Conference. Who will actually get in there? What places are available? How many there will be? So obviously, I think it's good to get into this. And as I say, though, really do apologise for earlier. A lot of people were probably expecting me to be on about 4 when it was done for 4 o'clock. And as I say, though, other things kind of happened, which sort of stopped me coming on. And I really do apologise, though. But anyway, see, I have got some comments there. Obviously, all these are from earlier, I suppose. That's Irish Pit Terrier. Yeah, to you. And obviously, Rich, RD United TV, be up to you, bro. Hope you're well, brother. Afternoon. Well, yeah, it's more like evening now. It was supposed to be afternoon when I was going to do this, of course, but didn't quite happen. Warren, be up to you, my friend, as well. Are you okay, Steve? Yeah, I'm fine, brother. I'm absolutely fine. Just got other things that sort of distracted, took me away from doing this earlier, unfortunately. Because I did really want to come on earlier and do a lot of this. And obviously things stopped it. So I'm not going to go into everything, but obviously different sort of things I had to sort of go and sort out and whatever else. So, but I'm on here now with this, and I really want to get into chatting about this. So, I'm going to get into seeing about, how many teams will be in there, for this next season, of course. Who will definitely qualify for obviously Champions League, Europa League and Conference, of course. But I'm just going to bring this up first article, and which one is it? That one, right? I think it's this one. Anyway, right. Let's bring this up. Right, Premier League teams. Premier League set for 5th Champions League spot after European dominance. More English clubs will appear across UEFA's 3 competitions next season. So that's good news, isn't it? We're going to get more teams in it, which is great, thanks to our dominance. And we're doing really well in it this season. I mean, it's possible one of our teams will win one of these possibly this season, either Europa Conference, maybe. I was going to say Champions League. You never know. Or obviously Conference. So we have got teams that are capable. Anyway, right, let's get into this article, what it says. The Premier League is set to receive a 5th Champions League qualification spot for the 26-27 campaign, after English teams dominated this season's league phase. Of the 6 Premier League sides to have qualified for this season's Champions League, 5 finished in the top 8 of the table, securing automatic progression to the round of 16. Among them are Arsenal, who won all 8 of their league phase outings, while Liverpool and Tottenham finished third and fourth respectively, despite struggling domestically. Chelsea and Man City were close behind in 6th and 8th after wins over Napoli and Galatasaray, while Newcastle finished 12th after a valiant 1-1 draw with PSG. The same theme persists in the Europa and Conference Leagues, where all of Nottingham Forest, Aston Villa and Crystal Palace have yet to be eliminated. Such a dominant performance from the English clubs has had a galvanising effect for the Premier League's coefficient rating. The number used by UEFA to grade the quality of a league and decide how many of its teams to admit into any given European tournament. Following the conclusion of the league phase, the Premier League now tops the coefficient table with 20,069 points. That leaves them well clear of second place Italy, who in turn are closely followed by La Liga and the Bundesliga. The top two confederations are on the coefficient standings are rewarded with an extra qualification slot, meaning the Premier League is well placed to secure 5 qualification spots for the next Champions League campaign. It will also expand qualification opportunities for the Europa and Conference Leagues, boosting the chances of the likes of Fulham, Brentford and other smaller sides clinching a European berth. Yeah, so there you go. So that's why we have a chance, even though I still don't think we will. I'm still not sure we're going to under this manager, I'm afraid. I just don't have no faith in him. I still haven't. The Keith Andrews, even if we do, I'm not sure he's the right man to do it, to help us to do well there. I said that on my last stream. And now I've had a few people complain, the other Bees fans, basically, that they think he is right. They think they're satisfied with what he's doing. It's brilliant. They think he's great. This and that. And, how well, yeah, okay, you can't moan about where we are in the league. You can't, I guess. But we are only just there by the skin of our teeth at the moment through losing at home after going so well. Don't forget, we come right back down to earth yet again, losing to Brighton at home, who hadn't won for 6 games or scored a goal. You come to the Bees, here you go. We welcome you here. You can win. You get the 3 points. You can have some goals. How about that? And the people are accepting that. The Bees fans, other Bees fans are accepting that, and I'm not. There are some, I guess, that are agreeing, but not enough. And at the end of the day, they're welcome to their opinion. It's their opinion. They think this guy's good enough, but I'm not so sure. I'm really not now. I tried to say I'm going to back him. I'm going to give him my full backing and see what he does. But there's so much I see now, this experimenting shit. He's not fucking Mikel Arteta. There's only one of him and he's a prat. He's a wanker anyway. We don't want another one. Just don't experiment. Keep it simple. That's all we want at the Bees. Nothing fucking complicated. More. Especially playing out from the back. We're not capable of that. Why do we still do it? I just don't understand it, guys. And, I'm going to go on a fucking rant again in a minute. But, I just hate that a lot of them seem to be accepting it. They're happy with what he's done. But we're not getting there. Yes, we're still 7th, but that is only because other teams are not doing well below us, are not picked up all the points. Yes, a few of them have won the other day. Fulham won. Of course, Brighton won, beating us. I think Bournemouth won, didn't they? I think they won. So, Pardon me. I don't know. It's just I'm not sure, guys. I just not got enough faith in this man to lead us into Europe. I just don't think he's right. I don't think he's the right man. I'm sorry. And others will challenge that, I'm sure. The other Bees fans won't like what I'm saying, but at the end of the day, it's my opinion. And I don't see what there is good enough about this guy. Why he doesn't keep playing, what's up with Dan's guy? Why can't he play him? Our best distributor, playmaker in the fucking club, and he doesn't play. Most talented, gifted, probably playmaker we got, and he don't fucking play. Why Hickey over on the left? Why is he playing on the left? He's not a left back. He's not a left back. And he played one game at right back this season, and he got injured. You know, it just makes no sense, guys. It's just fucking, I don't know. And why is he still so negative at times? He puts like a handbrake on us. It's like fucking Arteta. You have to go and score goals. We don't, and when we do get the chances, we fuck them up. I mean, I don't understand why we can't finish teams and be ruthless. We're not ruthless. We're too friendly. We're too nice. You know, teams that haven't won for ages, they come here and they get points, and they win and they get goals. They might not have scored too many. They come to the Bees. Here you go. Here you go. It's friendly old Bees. Your friendly neighbourhood Bees. Your community friendship is here. We'll part the way and let you score and let you do things and and some of that is down to the manager. Yeah, yes, the players have to hold their hands up too. I'm sorry, guys, I'm trying to clear my throat's a bit tickly and stuff at the moment, but yeah, yes, the players are responsible as well. You know, when they cross the right line, they have to do it, all this stuff as well. But, you know, if they're playing properly for a manager and they have faith in the manager, they will do that. It's like, you know, be frank, more often than not, we done well. We got the results. Yes, still at times there were still some failures, but more often than not, it's because, you know, our players like Thomas. They had faith in him. They listened to him in the dressing room. They were ready to play for him and give their all. Yes, we know what happened with him at Spurs. And I'm sure he won't want to be reminded of that, because he will be for a long time now. I still don't think that makes him a bad manager. I think he's still good. I rate the guy as a manager still. I mean, you know, I don't know what's going to happen, where he's going, and where he's going to go to. Maybe abroad, but I don't know whether there will ever be a chance of him coming back here. But if there is, maybe we should get him back. Maybe we should. But I still think I just want a really another top manager now. And this seems to have got into this again about the manager for the Bees. But it is kind of important because we're trying to get into Europe, and I'm trying to decide if this guy really will get us there, or we're going to fall below where we are at the moment. Are we going to be more mid-table or a little bit in the lower half? Because the way it looks like, the way we're playing, we should be up there. We should be, I don't want Champions League, of course, but Europa League, Conference League, that's what we should definitely be getting. We should be getting towards that next step. And we can't seem to do it. Because this guy seems to pull us down again. Once we're looking to get somewhere, he pulls out with some shit fucking decisions and whatever else he does. And and different strategies of what to do, and just keep it simple. That's all you have to do with the bees. You know, play the proper players in their positions. Play Damsgaard. Play Sharda, who's back. Yeah, he didn't start. Sharda didn't start for some fucking reason. So, anyway, that's enough about our team for the time being. Let's get back to this. And, yeah, this is the UEFA coefficient ranking leaders. 25, 26. Of course, England, right up there, 9 out of 9 clubs. Points, 20,069. Italy, 6 out of 7 clubs. 14,250. Spain, 6 out of 8 clubs. 14,375 points there. Germany, 4th, 6 out of 7. 15,285 points. France, 5th, 6 out of 7 teams, points, 12,714. And Portugal, 6th, 4 out of 5 teams, 14,700 points there. So that's basically that. So, yeah, so we're going to add more positions as well, obviously, for European Conference again. So, you know, which is good. And it gives us a chance. Other teams, lower teams, sort of Fulham, Brighton, whatever, Bournemouth, you know, them sort of teams gives them a big chance of getting into it. And there's this one, how Premier League teams qualify for 26-27 Champions League and Europa competitions. Do the top 4 in the Premier League qualify for the Champions League? If only it were that simple. We take a look at the qualification criteria for the Champions League, Europa League and Conference League from the Premier League. How many teams qualify for the Champions League from the Premier League? Last season, 5 Premier League clubs qualified for the Champions League by their league position: Liverpool, Arsenal, Man City, Chelsea and Newcastle United. Under the Champions League's newish Swiss model system, there are 36 teams instead of 32 teams competing, and 2 of those extra 4 teams come from the countries with the strongest records in that season's European competitions. In 6 of the last 8 seasons, that would have meant an extra place allocated from England. And that was the case with the performances of English clubs in 24-25. The champions the numbers are reset at the start of this season. And having 6 clubs in the Champions League could backfire to the Premier League on the Premier League, as performances will be averaged across an unprecedented 9 clubs across the 3 competitions. But early indications are that the Premier League will provide 5 clubs to the Champions League. How do Premier League teams qualify for the Europa League? England gets 2 Europa League places. One belongs to the highest placed finisher, not in the Champions League, Aston Villa last season, and the other goes to the winner of the FA Cup, unless the winner of the FA Cup qualifies by other means. Last season, Crystal Palace qualified as FA Cup winners, though they were replaced by Nottingham Forest via their league position, which was still wrong, I thought, was unjust. Palace should have got that. I really thought that. But no, that didn't happen. Yeah. So, yeah, as via the league position in that competition because of the multi-club ownership rules, which are terrible, which suck. It's shit, to be honest. But there you go. How do Premier League teams qualify for the Conference League? As well as all the fizzy pop they can drink, the Carabao Cup winners also receive a place in the playoff stages for the Europa Conference League. Newcastle United did not need that place last season as they had already qualified for the Champions League. So the place reverted to Nottingham Forest, who finished 7th in the Premier League. It was then handed to Crystal Palace as Forest were promoted to the Europa League. So it's handed to Crystal Palace as Forest were promoted to the Europa League. That was a peculiar scenario, but the basic rule is that the place goes to the Carabao Cup winners unless they have qualified for the Champions League or Europa League, at which point it reverts to the team next best placed in the Premier League. So with Arsenal Man City in the Carabao Cup final, we're expecting the place to revert to the league. Do the Europa League winners qualify for the Champions League? Yes, and the important thing to remember here is that when a team wins either of the two main European competitions that come with the reward of a Champions League spot and finish outside the qualifying spots for their domestic league, it counts as an extra place. So 17th place Tottenham are now playing in the Champions League as Europa League winners, making 6 Premier League teams in the Champions League this season. Which Premier League teams are on course to qualify for Europe? Champions League, Arsenal, Man City, Aston Villa, Chelsea and Manchester United. Europa League, Liverpool, and Conference League, Brentford. So that's obviously down to 7th at the moment. Whether it be extra, I don't know yet. We may have some other spots, 2 extra or something, who knows. But yeah, at the moment, that's what it is. I mean, there's an outside chance we can still get Europa League as well. But it depends on Liverpool, of course, at the moment. And also depends on what this guy does with us at the moment, because I'm still not sure about him. Keith Andrews, I'm really not. If he's the right man. But, I mean, we'll go into the league, the Premier table, league table, and we'll see who's going to be the ones we feel. Well, obviously I'm here on my own at the moment discussing it, but I'm going to put the link in, guys, and if anyone does want to come on, hop on, you're welcome to discuss this, of course. And they're the league, obviously the Champions League and Europa League, Conference League spots at the moment that are available. I'm just going to put the link in, guys, and then I've actually got to go and have a comfort break, so hold on a minute. Yeah, there's the link there, guys. Anyone does want to hop on, I'm going to have to go and have a comfort break, and then I'll be back and ready to discuss Yeah, apologies there, guys. I just had to obviously go for a comfort break, but um, yeah. Anyway, got another comment there from Warren. What dominance? How many times has a Premier League team won the Champions League in recent years? Probably not that many, to be honest. Trying to think, when was the last ones that won it? Our last English team to win it. It certainly weren't Arsenal, was it? No, we've had dominance like Chelsea over the years. They won it 2 or 3 times, I believe. That was probably mainly under Mourinho and whatever though. I did win it under Tuchel, of course. Yeah, obviously City have won it, haven't they? Under Pep. So, I don't know really. I mean, as I just said, City, but yeah, City, I would say. More recently. Yeah. So these are those are the teams in it for the Champions League, of course. We're all still in that at the moment. Arsenal, City, Villa, Chelsea. Yeah. And Man United, Europa League qualification at the moment are there in fifth. And obviously Liverpool and the Bees, Europa League and Conference at the moment in those positions. And of course, Bournemouth are there still. As much as I hate saying it, they're there. Only 2 points. Was it 2 or 3? 2 points behind us. So yeah, they're not far away. Everton, of course, 9th, 37 points. They could be there. They could get there. Fulham still, of course, 10th with 37. Everton's have a game in hand at the moment as well. Then you've got Newcastle 11th with 36. Already, of course, in the Champions League. Sunderland are sort of outsiders there as well that could maybe do it. Although their form hasn't been great lately. As you can see, they've lost, won, lost. So 4 defeats and 1 win. Basically, Palace are also not on great form as such, and also still in the Conference League. Although they have won a couple lately and drawn one. Brighton, of course, after beating us, come on, let's come to the Bees and you'll win. Friendly old Brentford, give you a win when you really need it. They're there as well, in with a chance. Yeah, Newcastle aren't in great form, but then them still being in the Champions League. Who knows what'll happen with that? Fulham, of course, have lost 3 but won 2. So I'll say Everton in decent form. 1, 2, drawn 2 and lost 1. Bournemouth, of course, also in good form. 1, 3 and drawn 2. And then, of course, us. We won 2 and drawn 1, but lost 2. And we do have Burnley next. Hopefully that well, we keep saying we'll win. I keep thinking we'll beat Brighton. And look what happened there. But I can't guarantee anything under this manager. I really can't. What's going to fucking happen? Because I ain't got a clue anymore. I just don't think. I don't think he should be here. I don't think he's a good enough manager. He's a set piece coach, and that's as far as I think he should be. He's not good enough, Keith Andrews. But you know, we got to look. We got to talk about who can do it, and we can at the moment. At the moment, actually, we are capable of doing this, getting into Europe. But I'm not so sure it's going to happen because a lot can change there. Look, I mean, Bournemouth are just 2 points behind us. Everton 3, Fulham 3. Even Newcastle are there about 4 points behind. I mean, Sunderland as well. It's we can easily be taken, got past, you know, reeled in by other teams and overtaken there for 7. Because I just don't know, you know, you think we're going to take 1 or 2 steps forward, and then we take a load back because of this manager. And you know, it doesn't fill you full of confidence. Well, it don't fill me full of confidence that we can actually qualify. And I don't care what a lot of these other Bees fans think. I've already said earlier, they can have their opinions, that they can be happy with what they've got. You know, they can be satisfied with that and think, oh yeah, that's great. We're happy with it. We're happy with this man in charge that hasn't really got the experience. He's a rookie, and it's showing. It really is. And to me, I don't think it's good enough. I'm not accepting it anymore. I'm just not. I mean, now, as I say, I've already had comments saying that, you know, that they think that's a load of rubbish, and why am I ranting about all this? Why am I? And that's a few other Bees fans who just want to accept it. They want to accept what they've got, and they don't want anything more. But I want to achieve more with this lot. I want us to achieve more. You know, and I'm not sure it's going to happen under this Andrews. I really don't. Because we get so far under this guy, and then he fucks it up again with what he's doing. His decision making, his choices are mad. They're just stupid and negative, and I don't know. There's just so much to question about this guy at the moment. There are more questions than answers, I'm afraid. And yes, we are still 7th, but only just we are 7th. You know, we haven't. There's nothing guaranteed here. There's no confirmation that we're going to get it because, you know, we just cannot get consistently the games together to keep winning and getting the points. You know, keep us going up there. And yes, a lot of the other Bees fans, oh, it's a bonus. We're safe. We're well and truly safe. We're not going to get relegated. Yeah, but okay, but. We can say that for 5 seasons now. We're not getting relegated, but now we're here. Why are we? What else are we trying to achieve? Yes, we're staying up, but we must want to be here for something in this Premier. And for me, that is achieving something, achieving Europe at least. Maybe winning a trophy one day. But, you know, while we can achieve this getting into Europe, let's try it. Let's do it. Rather than you know, not being able to get over that line and, you know, finding it hard to make that final leap, that final step forward. Because this manager will drag us back again. He will drag us backwards yet again. From that line of getting over there into Europe or whatever else. I just know it's going to happen. And I've got no faith. I've no faith at all. I mean, are we even going to beat Burnley? I mean, yeah, look, they're down there, Burnley. They're, you know, 3rd from bottom. But they are fighting. You know, if they win again, they beat us. they're still in with a chance of survival. And, that's a distinct possibility at the moment. They could even beat us. Going to Turf Moor. And yes, I guess away we are doing really well. Our away form is, amazing at the moment. But I don't know, we should be doing well enough at home. Our fortress is at home of getting wins. So let's go to us first there, because we're in that sort of box seat for that at the moment for possibly conference. I'm not sure we're going to catch Liverpool now. To be quite honest, I don't think that's going to happen. So at the moment, it is Europa Conference League, which I'm happy with if we get it. So let's have a look. Yeah, so Burnley away next. That. So we lost 5 games. Lost to Forest at home 2-0. No, that wasn't good enough for me. Beat Villa away 1-0. Great win. 10 men, of course, yeah. But somehow we did it. We held on and won 1-0. Newcastle, we went away and beaten 3-2 at St James Park, and yes, done a double over them this season, which is brilliant. Amazing. I've got to admit. And then drew with Arsenal 1-1 at home. Well, we probably could have actually won that. To be honest, we could have actually won that game, but a point's still good against league leaders. Arsenal is still brilliant. And then, of course, Brighton 2-0, we lost again at home. At home. That's not good enough, is it? That's just not good enough. So I don't know what we're going to do with this. I really don't know. I mean, I'm hoping we can do it, but I just don't. I don't understand. I don't know what's going to happen. And these are our next games, obviously. Our next 5 games. Burnley away, as I say, which you'd think we should win, but I'm not totally confident. You say it's only Burnley and they're third from bottom. But, yeah, they're still fighting there. They're still in with a chance. There's still, a slight possibility they could stay up. And if they beat us, that gives them even more hope. So for me, that's not a given. There's no way of given that we're going to beat Burnley. I hope we could, because we are doing well away. Let's be honest, we are being pretty good away. But I still don't know with this manager, what's going to happen. I've got no idea with him. I'm sorry. Bournemouth away, yes, and we all know I hate Bournemouth. I can't stand them. They think they're pros. They know what they're talking about. They think, the Bees are Premiership strugglers, which we're not, though. We're certainly not. You're so wrong there, Bournemouth. I'm sorry. You are very wrong. And we do actually usually beat these lot. We always beat, we're their bogey team. And I'm glad that we beat them, because I hate the bastards. I really do. And if we can stay above them, even better. That'd be amazing. But even that might be quite difficult because, they're still a good team, Bournemouth. Whatever we say about them, and a good manager, and we cannot always beat them every single game. So who knows? We might end up with anything out of these two. You know, you would think that's 6 points in those the 2 games is 6 points, really. Or if not, at least 4. Wolves, you'd think, yes, that's away, and they are struggling. They're one of the worst teams in the Premier. They're down there right at the bottom for a reason. But you know, they are fighting. They're giving it their all just because they're down. Maybe they're not going to stop, and they want to get. I don't know. They have a better record than Derby. I think it's Derby had the worst record. The bottom team to go down, so you know they'd be anxious to get above that. But yeah, I think that's definitely winnable. That should be winnable, and we should win it. Even if we don't end up with much against Burnley or Bournemouth, I don't know. We should get 3 points there, but that could knock us down out of that 7th spot, especially 2 defeats will knock us out of that 7th spot. Leeds as well. Don't forget Leeds, very good team, and have been pretty good at home, especially. So that ain't an easy one. They came to us and drew with us 1-1 at the GTEC. So another tough game. There's no easy games. Everton, you know, I mean, we did beat them 4-2. We beat them 4-2, and obviously we've got them at home next. That one will be at home. We beat them 4-2 at their ground, but I mean, it might be different this time. We're not guaranteed to be beating them either still. I mean, if it all goes well, right, we beat Burnley, Bournemouth, Wolves, right, we've got 8 points. And that's ideal, because that'd probably keep us at least 7th, if not get up to 6, depending on Liverpool, of course. But still, Leeds, I'm not sure about, and Everton. You know, we might end up with anything. So I'm still not even sure we're going to get 8 points. I mean, I wouldn't be surprised if we come away with just like maybe 4, if that. But will that be enough to keep us 7th? I'm really not so sure about that, guys. I'm really not. Yeah, so that's the B. So yes, it's possible. It's possible we can do it. Very possible, but I'm still not totally convinced. Bournemouth, well, as I say, don't like them, but a very good team, of course, and will be no pushovers, of course, and they're, you know, last 5 games, they beat Liverpool at home, of course, beat Wolves away 2-0, drew with Villa 1-1 at home, beat Everton away 2-1, and drew West Ham 0-0. So they're unbeaten, you know, undefeated at the moment. At the moment, so they haven't lost a game in last 5. They haven't lost. So this ain't going to be easy either. They are in really good form. They've got Sunderland next at home on the 28th. Way Sunderland again, they could beat them because Sunderland are in real trouble at the moment, real free fall. Are really plummeting down. And of course, us, the Bees, they got us at home. As I say, we may not beat it. They might just beat us this time. You know, we are their bogey team, but not guaranteed that we can beat them again. Burnley away, you'd think they'd win that, maybe, surely. Man United at home, well, Man United are obviously fifth now, doing pretty well, but I still think they can be beatable. United, I don't think they're still that special a team, but they are up in fifth. Obviously, Carrick's got them playing better now, which is good, but good for them. But and Arsenal, of course, so they probably wouldn't win that, although I think they have beaten Arsenal lately. But yeah, if they get all them points, they get a few points. They say they get 8. I think the maximum is 14 there. Yeah, 8. No, the maximum is 17. Yeah, 17. But I don't think they're certainly not going to beat Arsenal. I can't see that. Possibly they might not beat United either. Possibly not. So at least 8 though. If they beat us as well, especially, they're going to be 8, and they'll be in the European spot, Europa Conference. It'd be up to you, Jordan. There, be up to you, bro. Hey, Steve, bro. Yeah, it'd be up to you, my friend. Hope you're well. Hope you're well, buddy. But anyway, yeah. So there's still nothing certain here. Nothing confirmed. But if we don't do well, we only get at least 4 points or something. Even 8, I'm not sure that's going to be enough. So we've got to be winning at least 4 out of the 5, at least that, if we can. Or not losing, a draw, But I don't know. And Bournemouth, I fear them now. They're on the upturn. They're starting to win again. They've got a great manager, as we know, in Iriola. Quality manager. So there's nothing certain here. And Everton are also in fine form, pretty good form. They did lose, of course, against Bournemouth. They beat their last 5. Last 5 games they played, and they're 9th, of course, and beat Villa 1-0 away there. Drew Leeds 1-1 at home. Drew Brighton 1-1 away. Beat Fulham 2-1 away, and lost to Bournemouth 2-1 at home. So it's still decent form, though. Still decent form. So, yeah, it's still not bad. And the next 5, Man United at home, Newcastle away, Burnley at home, Arsenal away, and Chelsea at home. So that's tricky, some of them. Tricky. United could be, Newcastle possibly. Arsenal definitely, Chelsea possibly as well. So not easy for Everton. I'm not sure they will get it. I don't think they will get enough points there. Amass enough. Somehow looking at those. That is just the next 5 though. So, but I mean that could still be the difference of a European spot or not. You look at them; they got really tough ones. Yeah, they should be beating Burnley, you would think. Even Newcastle, because Newcastle are up and down. You don't know what you'll get from them most of the time, so they can be beatable. Yeah, I mean, you know, even United are still beatable, but I don't know. I think, well, really, Arsenal, Chelsea will be their real tough ones. I think they may at least get maybe 4 or 8 points, possibly. Sorry, 6 or sorry, 6 maybe or 9. I don't know. I mean, depending. But I'm not so sure. They got some really tough ones there still. So I'm not so sure about them. Fulham are 10th, of course. And been an up and down season for them, actually. You know, they're 10th and drew with Brighton. These are their last 5. They drew, beat Brighton 2-1 at home. Lost to Man United away 3-2. Lost to Everton at home 2-1. And lost to Man City away 3-0. But beat Sunderland 3-1. So, you know, they are, yes, lost 3 there, but they won 2 and they've got Tottenham next, which is winnable. Let's be honest, the way Spurs are. The next 5 there. Spurs at home, West Ham at home, Forest away, Burnley at home, and Liverpool away. Again, not too bad there. West Ham are still fighting. We know they still want to get points to stay up. That won't be easy. Forest the same probably. Liverpool still looking for a top 4 or 5 spot. That's going to be tough. Burnley, possible, although they're still fighting as well. I still think Spurs is winnable because they are just a really poor team. Spurs are really poor at the moment. They are really bad. And they lost to Arsenal badly 4-1. So that's probably winnable, that game, you know. I'm not even sure against West Ham, though. I think West Ham will probably win that. I just got to feel the way they're going now. Forest, under a new manager bounce. That's Pereira. He's got them sorted out a bit. That could be hard. Burnley still scrapping, and Liverpool are still going to be tough. They're not the team they were, but they got a late win the other day, 1-0. So they're still finding ways to win it. So for me, I can only see them maybe getting 4 points, maybe from that. Maybe 6. But not entirely sure with them. They are having an up and down season as well. Obviously, Newcastle, we know, are in the Champions League anyway. I mean, but, you know, they can still get their 11th. They can still get a conference spot. So, yeah. But their last 5 games, they've lost 4 games out of those 5, and only won 1. They lost to Villa 2-0 at home, lost to Liverpool 4-1 away, lost to us, of course, Brent the Bees 3-2 at home, and then beat Spurs 2-1 away, and lost to Man City 2-1. So, yeah, no, not great, is it? And they're 11th. I mean, for me, I don't think they're going to get that. They're not going to get the conference at least, or Europa, or even anything like that. they're really struggling. The only way they could do it is if, obviously, they win the Champions League, which I can't see that either. So they've got Everton next at home, Man United at home, Chelsea away, Sunderland at home, and Palace away. Again, some of them are winnable, but I don't know. Chelsea will be toughish. Palace in a bad run, but are right at the moment, but I'm sure they'll come back. Sunderland in a bad way too at the moment, but you never know with them. United, Everton, it's possibly going to be at least 9 points, maybe for them. I don't know. Possibly, maybe 9 or no. You know what? I'm going to go at least 8 points, maybe for Newcastle. As I say, that's not really going to be enough. I don't think they're going to get conference myself. And of course, Sunderland, as we know, their last 5, they lost to West Ham away 3-1. They beat Burnley 3-0 at home. Lost to Arsenal 3-0 away. Lost to Liverpool 1-0 at home. And lost to Fulham 3-1 at home. So really, they're plummeting a bit, Sunderland, and I'm not so sure they're going to get there on the strength of this at the moment. They've had a great season, really, but they've been in free fall, plummeting, dropping like a stone at the moment. So, for me, I don't think they're going to get there. I don't think they're going to get it, but their next 5, Bournemouth away, Leeds at home, Leeds away, Brighton at home, Newcastle away, and Spurs at home. Yeah, there's still some tricky ones, but they're also winnable ones. Definitely Spurs are, Newcastle possibly are. They'd love to win that derby again, the Geordie derby. Brighton, as we know, you do know with Brighton, as we know. Bournemouth, tough. Leeds. I can't see him getting into Europe myself, looking at that. No. Of course, Palace again, already still in the conference, but they're not looking too well. They have won 2 and drawn 1, but they were in really bad form. And of course, Oliver Glasner looking like he's going to leave, so not looking good for them. They're 13th. They lost to Chelsea 3-1 at home. Drew Forest 1 all the way. Beat Brighton 1-0 away. Lost to Burnley 3-2 at home. And they beat Wolves 1-0 at home. Not entirely convincing. And the next 5, Man United away, Spurs away, Leeds at home, Newcastle at home, and West Ham at home. So again, a bit of a mix there, mixed bag for them. But I can't see them getting back again. I mean, they possibly could win the conference and get it that way, maybe. But I'm not so sure with them. I'm not so sure with them either. Brighton, as we know, well, we know what they've done against us, but they're in 14th, and you just don't know with them. I mean, obviously, you know how bad they were for a while. I think they'd lost 6 games. Well, they'd obviously drawn with Everton. but I think they'd at least lost 6 games as well. The last 5, they lost to Fulham 2-1 away. Of course, drew with Everton 1-1 at home. Lost to Palace 1-0 at home. Lost to Villa 1-0 away. And then beat us, though, of course, 2-0 away. Yeah. There we go. But yeah, they're in with a chance, maybe an outside chance. I mean, although their next 5, Forest at home, which they probably would win, you would think that's winnable against Forest, possibly. Arsenal, no. Arsenal at home, surely they won't win that. You wouldn't think. Sunderland away, winnable the way they're going. Liverpool at home, not sure. Don't think so. And Burnley away, which is winnable, of course. So, looking at that, possibly 9 or 12 points, possibly. And that would give them a chance of Europe, to be honest, with conference. So, possibly they're still in it, I think. So for me, out of that, we're still there just about. I'm not sure it depends on X5 how we do. If we stay there, but if we don't, I think Bournemouth could get it. Everton possibly. Fulham, maybe. Newcastle, no. I don't think. Sunderland, no. Palace, no. I think Brighton are in with a chance still as well, but a remote chance. They're a little way down, but I still think, yeah. So really, it's us, Bournemouth, Everton, Fulham, and maybe Brighton. That's the ones for me at the moment, I would say. Liverpool are still sure of Europa League, and maybe still even, of course, Champions League, because they are level with Man United, as we know, and Chelsea. So, 4th, 5th, 6th is still there. It's still there for the taking in the Champions League. So that's not all over there. I mean, as I say, though, our main interest is Europa League, possibly, but I can't see that. It's more likely conference for me. And as I say, at least 4 or 5 teams. We've got 5 teams really in with a real chance. That's us, Bournemouth, Everton, Fulham and Brighton for me. That's my opinion. I don't know what anyone else thinks. But I don't think there's anyone else still in the live chat. So, I don't know, guys. Anyway, if you want to leave comments, underneath, feel free to do so. If you say you're watching this on the replay, or if you're watching this live, I hope you've enjoyed it. I thought I needed to get this one out. I know there's football coming on. They've got Man United playing tonight. I think is it Man United Everton tonight? So yeah, there's obviously football on, so I will be bouncing very soon. I'll be interested to see what anyone else thinks about this. Who is really sure of the conference, getting the Europa Conference, and who will get Europa League? Who will get? Obviously, those last sort of 2 or 3 Champions League places. Because Liverpool are still there fighting United and Chelsea, all the same points. Who out of those ones will definitely be in the obviously Europa League and Champions League? For me at the moment, I would say it's between Liverpool, United Chelsea, but Chelsea could get overhauled. You know, I mean, I think Liverpool could still easily get into that top 4 or 5. But for me, you know, at the moment, it's conference for us at the moment, and only just. And I really don't think we're going to get anything else. We're not good enough for anything else. And I'm not even sure we're going to get it. There's no confirmation. It's not read. It's not confirmed. It's not a guarantee. Nowhere near. So, you know, it's still up in the air in a way. But I'd like to see what you people think. If you do want to leave a comment, any stage, anywhere, you know, under here, anywhere, you know, it's great. Please follow me on Insta at Mr. B for Life 182 and sub to Mr. B Hyper Football Chat. And keep smashing those likes and subbing, guys. Keep that subbing going up. I'm still on 216. The views are going up fairly well. I think I was on about 68 odd, 70 odd. Last I see for the last one I done was a reaction to the defeat against Brighton at home. Well, ranted, big rant. I'm not backing Keith Andrews. I keep saying that. I'm not backing him now. But we'll see what happens. Even if we get into the conference, I'm still not sure. And that's not guaranteed. So, sorry guys, that's drink. That's nothing else. I'm just trying to get a drink out. But anyway, I'm going to bounce. It's been good. I mean, obviously, I haven't had many in here, haven't had many watching or in the live chat. But as I say, if people can watch this on playback, it'd be fantastic. Or if you watched it live, thank you. Thanks for your support as ever. Always welcome and appreciated. Thanks to all the people in the live chat. I'm going to bounce, guys, and watch football. Should hopefully be a good game, but you never know. Hopefully it will be. Anyway, guys, I'm out of here. I'm bouncing. Cheers, everyone. Thanks, guys. Cheers. Bye.